Welcome back to another Minetest Bedwars Devlog. All I can say is I hope you enjoy this video because it took a lot of retries and a lot of work on my microphone. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright. So as you can see, I am using VS Code for my programming. You can see how Lua kind of looks here. Actually, it's one of my favorite languages because it's so easy to use. Let's see, here's a dictionary in action where you have these variables and you can have functions as well. The fireball, I made it so when it hits an entity or a player, it will also blow up. So I have a system in place where you have a dictionary of callbacks, and then you can register a callback that will be put into this dictionary, and then there's a function that will call all of these callbacks at once while passing in the variables that are passed into the function that calls the callbacks. This run start callback, run die callbacks, run join callbacks, run leave callbacks are all functions to call the callbacks in these dictionaries. Currently they are not working though. So I'm going to be, for the next few minutes here, testing the callbacks here and trying to debug why they are not being called. So, as you can see, in the log here, up in the top left corner, some of my debug has shown up. So right now, I'm going to test dying, first of all, because that's the easiest one to test. So I died, but it did not show up any of the actual debug for it. The run die callbacks function is being called, and as far as I can see, it's passing in the correct data. The problem is that it's not actually calling anything. So if I go right here, it's not getting to this part, which makes me think that this is empty, which makes me think that this isn't working. Obviously I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to do a little bit more snooping around and see if I can figure out what I did wrong here. Alright, so I'll keep thinking about this for the next few days and see if I can come up with anything here. In my little debug session here, I came up with this. since the I pairs gives the index and then the value, as you probably saw, it says, let's see, IV, the index and the value, and it takes in the table. So I pass in the table of callbacks, and I should get a callback back that has the name and the function. So I should be able to do callback, not function, and call a function that way. I think if I can fix the callbacks, I'm going to be able to fix the HUD on the top right, which currently does nothing, and several other things, including the forge. So right now, the forge does not actually change speed when you buy the upgrade, these forge upgrades. So I think when I fix the callbacks, it'll actually fix that as well. So I added this line right here, and it should output the length of the die callbacks dictionary, and it shows that there's 0 callbacks defined when this is logged. So when it gets when the callback gets added and register die callback here, it's not actually doing it for some reason. So I'm going to log the actual value of the callback inside of that dictionary. I'm just going to do the type. There we go. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it is a function. That's not right. Okay. Wait, it's saying it's a function. Okay, it's a table there and a function there. So it still should be working, because one of them is correct. Let's see, in the HUD. Where is the HUD? It's register die callback. I want to attach the get tables here. Whoops. There we go. Just clean it up a little bit here. Alright, so name equals update HUD. There we go. And then func equals. Okay, that should work. Now, go back here. Die callbacks, let's test it and see if they're both table and table. Okay. Now if I were to die, let's just die from fall damage here, because falling doesn't actually kill you. It kind of does some strange stuff. Okay, so it's still 0 die callbacks. Let me see if I can figure that out. So while I was working on the callbacks, I decided I wanted to make a texture pack. So I downloaded one that is for the Minecraft Hypixel Bedwars, and then I copied a lot of the stuff over and renamed it in such a way where now I have that texture pack in Minetest. So it's been a few days and a lot has happened. First thing, the thing that's most obvious right now, I have made a lobby. So there's the information panel here and where the rules are. So it's just 4 islands around a central island, and each one of these are just a load of last few days, since I was first working on the callbacks, I've made a lot of changes. And, well, we can look at them real quick. I added blast-proof glass. That was something that I was working on for a while. I changed a lot of the stuff here for pools, nodes, and beds. I deleted a lot of useless textures, and I changed the TNT. And also, I added a lobby schematic. And I added this is the texture that the node that you punched to join the game. This is a texture for that. So yeah, that's actually all that I've done. So as you know, in the last video I said that the main things I was going to be working on is the HUD and the lobby system. Now that both of those are working, I think that'll be the end of this episode. So I've gotten so much done in this episode. I think for the next episode is mainly going to be balancing timing, and a lot of the damage is slightly off, especially since at this point we don't have any armor. So I think that's what I'm going to be working on in the next episode. Alright, so that will be the end for today's video, but I'm planning on getting the next one out in at least before 2 weeks has passed. I know this video is taking a little while to make, but that's just because I had been taking a little while to start actually making worthwhile changes to document. But now that I'm starting to go a little bit faster, I'm gonna get videos out a little bit faster as well.